Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have an awesome interview with Brian Baumgartner. You know him as Kevin Malone from The Office. One of those interviews where we came across being like, damn, that guy's cool, and we really want to have him back on. So must listen. We're going to talk a little hockey suspensions with Tom Wilson. We have a little Aaron Rodgers update. We have Hot Seat Cool Throne. We have FAQs. We have a ton of stuff for you, and it is brought to you by our friends at Movement MVMT. In a tiny apartment in Southern California, two college dropouts teamed up to create a watch company that broke all the rules with fair prices, unexpected colors, and clean original designs. Movement grew into one of the fastest growing watch brands, shipping to over 160 countries across the globe, and now Movement has expanded into blue light glasses that protect your eyes from your screens, minimalist jewelry, and more style essentials that don't break the bank, all designed out of their California headquarters. Movement is the best because, like I just said, they have all these different things, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. Movement watches have the look and quality of $400 to $500 watch that you're paying for at a department store, but they cost a fraction of the price because they were built online and own their process from start to finish. They also have the blue light glasses I was mentioning. You probably sit and stare at a screen all day. Your eyes are hurting from that. Well, you've got to get the Everscroll blue light filtering glasses. They are a game changer. It really helps with eye strain and poor sleeping patterns, and you'll love how they look. The modern style of the frames make you look smarter. That's just a fact. So if you want to elevate your look with style that doesn't break the bank, then join the MVMT movement and get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movement.com, MVMT.com/pardon. That is MVMT.com/pardon for 15% off today. Movement.com/pardon, 15% off. Do it right now. Thank you to our friends at Movement. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Bar Stool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Movement, MVMT.com/pardon for 15% off glasses, eyewear, jewelry, all of it at Movement.com/pardon. Today is Wednesday, May 5th. I'm trying to play the song.
May the 5th be with you?
May the 5th be with you. Why isn't this playing?
It's going to be May.
Oh, there we go. Bill and Melinda Gates are no more.
True Love has had a rough month, man.
They both did a thing. They're
really
dead.
Tough. Really tough. Although Bill Gates is going to have a kick-ass bachelor party. They do need to have a divorce party. And they need to get the whole gang from the Windows 95 debut back together. Yes. Have Steve Ballmer up on stage clapping it up for his boy, gassing his bro up.
Steve Ballmer is definitely the dude on a bachelor party who like overplans every detail.
Yes.
It's like, all right, we're going to go fucking play some golf, at 8 a.m., we're going to go to a nice, awesome lunch spot that I found. Then I rented a boat. Then we got a dinner. It's like, dude, we just want to fucking get drunk. Stop planning everything. Everything's got to be spent in a day, like in a cab or an Uber because of you, Steve. Chill out.
You know what, though? It's good to have one person that's like that just so that you can break some of the plans later. Because it's good to have, like, one activity to do, but then you get the boys to be like, hey, dude, chill out.
Yes.
You're planning this out way too much. But you got to know the rules so that you can break them.
Yeah.
It's a very smart person told me that
Rule
one
breaker.
time.
It's just sad. Someone put Chrissy and John into a safe house. Bubble wrap them.
Shout out Melinda Gates.
I can't take any more of this.
I'd like to announce I've officially moved on from Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
And I am totally on the Mackenzie Bezos / Melinda Gates, whichever one.
Dude, the fucking the like worship that people do of rich people online is so fucking funny when they're like Mackenzie Bezos and Melinda Gates are going to team up and Hank, Girl Boss Energy, are going to solve climate change.
Yeah, that's not what's going to happen. So they're still going to be rich.
Stop.
They're
What,
they're
you
going
have
to
Girl Boss Energy?
You don't like the Girl Boss
That was a
Energy?
good one-show thing, I think.
No.
Yeah, let's put it to bed.
I was going to put it to bed until you just told me to put it to bed.
Telling us
I know
to
I
stop.
asked. No,
That's,
no,
you know what that is?
no,
That's
no,
Girl Boss
no.
Energy
I asked.
telling us to put it to bed.
I rewind the tape. I literally asked. I said, "Can we stop?"
Okay, all right, I'll stop, but Big Cat gets one show.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how I feel on Friday's show. But yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad seeing all these billionaires break up. Like, what are they going to...
They should build their own fucking stadiums.
When you cut them, do they not bleed just like us, Hank? Do their hearts not break in half? Do they not feel the pain of losing true love? Does Bill Gates not get depressed when he logs onto Microsoft Word and Clippy pops up saying, hey, looks like you're trying to write a prenuptial agreement?
Right, he definitely gets depressed when he realizes, he doesn't have a prenup.
Yeah. He doesn't?
No.
Ooh.
Having $130 billion is nice.
All right,
but
stop
would
Melinda
you?
Gates.
Is it worth losing
officially
half of it?
I'm ready to risk it all for Melinda Gates.
I'm, for one, I'm shocked when I read a story about how before they got married, Bill Gates wrote out on a whiteboard pros and cons of marrying Melinda Gates. That's true love. That is true love. I can't believe that didn't last.
Pro. We enjoy similar recreational sports.
Yeah. Pro.
Con. I think she's just marrying me for my money.
Yeah. Pro, much like Henry Lockwood, girl boss energy.
Big girl boss energy from her. So what does this mean about the people? I know that they were digging a lot of wells and solving malaria. Are they just saying, like, fuck it?
No, they said they were gonna still combine their powers to solve all the world's problems.
Because I was thinking that maybe...
And pay 0% tax.
Maybe, like, the bridge too far was knowing that Bill had microchips implanting in everybody across the world. And she was like, listen, Bill, I was fine with you killing millions of people a year, but now that you're harvesting souls of babies and putting your chips in everyone's head, we're done here.
I would just love, like, it would be such a great heel turn if Bill Gates just became a huge stoolie and, like, started mining, like, Smoke Show of the Days for his rebound.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Guess that ass.
Dude, you're fucking out there, bro. Man, let's have some fun. We sing, as the King of New York, Lil Sass says, the boys are singy this summer.
What has to happen in order to, like, finalize a divorce where there's that much money involved? Because it's I think she's entitled to like $40 billion, $30 billion.
I think whoever's the lawyer gets, they just hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Because they basically are going to spend the next, like, 2 years writing up all this shit and get paid millions and millions of dollars. Like, what would you, if you're a lawyer and you charge already, let's say, $10K an hour for high-priced divorces, what do you bump that up to? Is it surcharge pricing like Uber, where you're like, oh, actually, a lot. Well, you saw Bezos is getting a divorce too, Bill.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's going to be $100,000 an hour.
I like to think that
Is
Bezos,
$10K an hour an actual thing?
Yeah, you can.
I'm sure there's
some high-priced
like,
lawyers.
super high.
They're probably on retainer.
Yeah.
They probably have like a guy that just sticks around in case they need to get a divorce. If you're that rich, you just have like your break glass in case of infidelity guy.
Yeah, he's just hovering around at all times. Be like, you guys seem like, was that fight a little too serious?
Yeah, definitely trying to break
Like,
you up all the time.
I saw that Bill didn't, put the seat back down. Should I get the papers going?
Couldn't help but notice that that Mr. Gates hasn't reciprocated oral in quite some time.
Yeah. Bill Gates is a pussy eater.
I like to think
For sure.
that Jeff Bezos got his divorce and then pressured Bill into getting his. Because if you're Jeff Bezos and you become the richest single guy in the world, going back to the analogy of a bachelor party, if you are the only person in your bachelor party that has a good job, you feel like you're imposing on them. If you're like, hey, do you guys want to go to Cabo?
Yeah.
Do you want to go somewhere cool? If you're Jeff Bezos and you have, I don't know, $50 billion more than the second richest guy in the world, like, you can't plan a good, like, vacation. You can't plan your singy life around that. You need to have a friend that's at least half as rich as you to also get divorced.
So Elon's next.
I don't know. He seems like he's got
pretty
really
happy.
stable energy. Yeah.
You're right.
He's extremely happy.
He's got SNL. We're actually going to write some mock sketches for him on Friday before his SNL on Saturday is when they do it, right?
They do Saturday Night Live.
I just paused. I was like, yep, it's in the name, Saturday.
It's actually Sunday morning.
True.
For the most part.
If you're in Newfoundland.
2/3 of the show is on Sunday morning.
If you're in Newfoundland, the whole show
it should be at SML.
Halifax.
S&M Live is what they should call it.
All right, let's talk some sports. The biggest sports story
was
we
that
have.
not sports?
That was sports.
Yeah.
But the biggest sports story we have today is hockey Twitter getting very upset because Tom Wilson did a thing again. And by a thing, I mean he punched some people in the head.
It's sussy talk, yeah. And hockey Twitter is you're right when you tweeted out that there's like no gray area when it comes to suspension talk or NHL player safety talk, which is why I didn't even watch the hit last night. Everyone sent it to me, and I was like, I'm not even going to watch it. I'm doing a digital cleanse. I didn't want to comment on it until this morning because really, at that point, the only thing they're commenting on is you're saying, like, what can I say that will make the fewest amount of people upset at me?
Right.
And when it comes to Tom Wilson, he's a player that is like he plays on that edge, on that like weird line between being extremely violent and extremely useful to have on your team. And he crosses a little bit. And he crossed it a little bit last night. And
buddy, he crossed it.
Well,
here's a quote from a prominent journalist I'm going to read for you real quick. Tom Wilson is a psychopath. This time is the last time. Ban him for life. Arrest him. #capitals, #psycho.
Keith Olbermann. Yeah. So Keith Olbermann.
He had like 100 tweets about it.
Dude, Keith Olbermann advocated for him to be arrested.
Yep.
The New York Post advocated for him to be kicked out of the game for life and possibly arrested. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of people that were just saying, like, lock him up. There were lock him up chants going on about Tom Wilson. And the one thing that people love to do on hockey suspension Twitter is they always the Department of Player Safety.
Yes.
They always make sure to tag them very helpfully in the tweets, the videos. And it's impossible to go back and look at the videos that are taken frame by frame. It's like there's a Zapruder film, and you're watching Panarin's head go back into the left, as he's like pulling on it. And things happen in real time. And people forget they play hockey on ice.
They do.
It's very slippery. And Tom Wilson's a clumsy guy. But yeah, obviously he's a
piece of shit.
I don't think
he should have been banned or arrested for life or anything like that. I think there's got to be a middle ground.
We got to find a new word that even Tom Wilson and Capitals fans can call Tom Wilson, because yeah, he is, but he's our piece of shit.
No, that's fine. Listen. Capitals fans, like anyone who gets mad at Capitals fans for defending their guy, they just aren't sports fans, because this is what you do as a sports fan. You defend your guy, even if all the evidence is, hey, your guy's a piece of shit. My like middle ground is that Keith Olbermann wants him arrested, and then the NHL gives him a $5,000 fine. That feels like two very like severe ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It felt like, and I do not think that was some egregious arrest him. He's a psychopath. I think he, like you said, he plays on the edge. And if we're going off on a tangent real quick, it's kind of in a weird way the NHL's fault for getting fighting and goons out of hockey, because Tom Wilson is kind of the apex predator now.
Yeah.
Like if they were still goons, a goon would fuck Tom Wilson up and it would be taken care of, and he wouldn't be doing this shit.
He's a hybrid goon. He's like half goon, but half
He's the tallest man left kind of thing. Like
yeah.
If it were 15 years ago, there would be someone who would fuck him up and he wouldn't be doing this shit. But now he knows there's no real repercussions. And so somewhere around like maybe a couple games, just to show like, hey, I think more than anything, it's very hard to make the argument we care about player safety and then only give him a $5,000 suspension.
Well, that was the max amount that they could fine him under the CBA, was $5,000. Beyond that, they would have to sussy him for a little bit. And
they should have sussied him for a game.
Then maybe, I don't know, can you sussy a guy for a game?
Why not? They
were saying that like Panarin's going to be out for the rest of the season, so he should be out for at least 7. But Panarin's out because the Rangers aren't going to make the playoffs, not because
there's
Wilson
3 games left.
Injured him. But like if you do watch the replays, it could have been pretty ugly. You can definitely look at that and say like there was a chance that there could have been a severe head injury or a neck injury on the body slam.
Yes,
but also like that's Tom Wilson when he is like trying to fuck you up. He doesn't stop to think, like, am I slamming this person to the ground too violently? I'll put it this way. If Tom Wilson was a rhinoceros in a protected game reserve, they would have to have put him down just because he's naturally too aggressive at things.
So you're kind of leaning on the Keith Olbermann ban him, arrest him.
No, I don't
Kill
think
him.
so.
Murder
because
him.
we can't, Big Cat, we can't let the cure be worse than the disease.
Yes.
If Tom Wilson is out of the league, then who's going to police the game from players like Tom Wilson?
Right. Tom Wilson... it's just so like it usually is right around playoff time when we get just the absolute like chaos that happens from debating these type of things, and it's not. I honestly don't think it even touches like targeting in football. Like it's so far the debate on hockey. Suspensions, whether he should be suspended, hits, all these things, is by far the most heated, like polarizing debate in all sports because fighting is allowed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if a guy was throwing punches in the NBA, you're like, okay, that guy's suspended. We know that. Where here it's like, okay, there obviously is a gray area of guys can fight. So when they start throwing punches, it's not immediately like that's the worst thing ever. I think so. I tweeted out that Tony Nargi WX said that we should have a funnier penalty for Tom Wilson. Like the fact, like he should have to fight 3 guys at center ice before the next game, gladiator style. Okay, I thought that was a good idea, and I threw in. It would be funny if Tom Wilson had to play an entire game in sneakers.
I think that's fair too.
And then someone else.
What about this? What if you just had him play, but he is the only player that doesn't get to wear a helmet?
I like that.
I think it's like a punishment fits the crime type situation.
Yep.
Where like put him out there and let him be subject to other apex predators for a while.
Yeah. And then the last one I liked was
also he's got sick flow.
He does. Alexandre Daigle. Alexandre seems like a French dude. Daigle said the Caps should get to keep Tom Wilson, but he has to play 1 game on a line with Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson.
Okay.
And just watch him get the shit kicked out of him.
I like that. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Listen,
like funnier penalties, especially at the end of the season. Like the last game of the season, let's funny find him.
I don't want to see anybody get hurt or injured. I don't want to see.
You kind of do.
I don't know
because you love Tom Wilson.
I love having Tom Wilson on my team. I think that like 99% of the time when he plays like you want a hockey player.
You're complicit, dude. If he killed someone, you'd be part of the class action lawsuit.
I went back over the last 18 months. He's only been suspended once in the last 18 months of play. It's just a fact.
I'm looking out for you. If Keith Olbermann decides that he wants to take legal action against Tom Wilson, you will be liable.
I am telling Tom Wilson, and because people do seem to think that I speak for Tom Wilson. Tom, listen to me very closely. If you injure somebody because of a reckless hit or a negligent hit, I disavow. I'm telling you not to do that right now, very clearly. I want you to hit people hard within the rules and injure them in the course of a normal, clean hockey play.
I don't know if Panarin...
Not severely.
Yeah, I don't know if Panarin, like you said, like there's 3 games left, so they're probably just sitting him. If they were fighting for the playoffs still, maybe he plays. But it does feel like an easy way to fix this in hockey is just you're suspended for as long as a guy's injured.
Yeah.
Like, that's so easy.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then you also have to look at what happens on the other end. If, like, a team sees that... Like if a superstar, like a great player for one team, injures a scrub on another during a playoff series, if I'm the coach, I'm like, no, you're milking that lower body.
You didn't let
injury.
me finish. The other team's the team's doctors gets to review the player.
They switch.
Every day.
The team's doctors have to switch. Okay,
yes.
That makes sense.
Keeps everyone honest.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
That's not a HIPAA violation either.
No, not at all.
Because you make them switch. I do want to give a shout out to the Washington Capitals Twitter account.
Oh, that was bad.
For posting the most ridiculous tweet ever with a meme that just made no sense about Tom Wilson, like right after the game was over.
It was during.
I thought it was after.
I'm pretty sure it was during the game.
Because I thought it was after he got the empty netter at the end.
Oh.
And they posted this, and it's a meme that makes no sense. Like, part of it is Tom Wilson and shows from the neck up. There's the troll face going rent-free. And then from the neck down, it said something else. Just
violent.
Like sheesh.
Yeah.
It said a lot of sheeshes. And then in the tweet itself, it said... Tom Wilson woke up and selected violence with a check. It was like...
You know what that is?
I thought I was having a stroke watching.
You know what that is?
I thought it was a great job by the Capitals social media department to get everyone online mad at them and not mad at actually Tom Wilson.
True, but that's chuggy as fuck.
It was chuggy.
The chose violence caption is chuggy.
It is chuggy.
I spot it. It's like... Now that we know what chuggy is, it's like when you buy a car and then you see your car
the red
everywhere.
Car everywhere.
Yeah, I can spot chuggy left and right.
That's how I am with Doges right now. I've seen like 3 Shiba Inus over the course of the last week.
Matrix. That's the Matrix.
That's the Matrix stuff. But yeah, listen, I agree that Tom Wilson, if anything, Tom Wilson should be suspended for his own protection against all the online harassment he's dealing with these days.
He's the real victim. All right, other news we have. Aaron Rodgers seems like it's getting worse. Seems like it's damage control is going on by the Packers. I don't know if you saw, but Rappaport or maybe Schefter, I just combined them at this point, is doing damage control for the GM of the Packers. They basically were like, people forget that the Packers tried to trade up to get a wide receiver last year, but a wide receiver was taken right before them, so they had to end up taking a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Of course. Everyone forgets that. So it's clear they're trying to spin that. Also, Terry Bradshaw called Aaron Rodgers dumber than a box of rocks, which, coming from Terry Bradshaw, that is one of the funniest quotes ever.
Yeah. What's the old saying about Terry? Terry couldn't spell rocks if you spotted him, the R, the O, and the X.
Yes.
Like, Terry is not a smart guy, but Terry owns it. That is what we expected to be coming from Brett Favre.
Yes.
That quote, Terry Bradshaw might be usurping Brett Favre. He might be Favre-cucking him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think Favre probably just sitting there like, am I back?
Yeah.
Is it my turn now? We also had Devontae Adams send out a cryptic tweet that said, gotta appreciate what you got while you got it.
Heartbreak again. All our heroes are breaking. All our A-Rods are breaking up right now.
I just want him to be happy. I think it's. I also saw on Get Up, they basically said, is Aaron Rodgers too sensitive?
I'm actually concerned about our friend Dan Orlovsky.
Yes.
Is he okay?
No.
Is he mentally well?
We do have to have him on the show eventually.
I saw him the other day, and he was crying on television because Aaron Rodgers doesn't have enough help. He was honestly like, his eyes were red, they were watering. He was just staring at the camera and couldn't believe that people were disrespecting Aaron Rodgers by saying that Devontae Adams is good.
I kind of like this though, because we clowned on Dan when he notes-apped all of us right in our fucking face after the Week 17 Eagles Washington football team game, and we clowned on him. But maybe this is what we need. We need a guy who just wears his heart on his sleeve and has, like, when his quarterback or quarterbacks screw up or want to trade, he gets emotional. I like that because you know what? It is not good what Get Up is doing, saying, is Aaron Rodgers too sensitive? That is the hyper-masculinity I will not stand for.
It's toxic, honestly.
It's toxic masculinity.
If anything, they should be encouraging Aaron to follow his heart and his dreams.
Get a trade to the Broncos.
I was going to say to Merv Griffin Enterprises.
That's
to
fine,
Jeopardy.
too. Whatever. Either or. I'll take either or.
But yeah, it's like when Mark Brunell, you remember when he cried about the New England Patriots deflating footballs?
Yes.
That was honestly great. We need that. We need that.
Clip.
We need people to care about stuff that much on our televisions. I just want to make sure that Dan's doing okay because I was taken aback as to how emotional he was getting about the treatment of Brett Favre by his general manager.
We will get him on eventually. We also had
I have an idea.
Yeah.
This might be something that we can say as a collective, we are owners of the Green Bay Packers. Our fish, Larry, was.
Yeah.
I purchased a secondary share off the market, but I think as a podcast, we're owners of the Green Bay Packers. And tying back into what you were talking about with billionaires owning soccer teams and how, like, you can protest against the American billionaire, but another billionaire that cares about their money is going to come over and do exactly what billionaires do. What about this idea? Back in ancient Greece, there was a concept called sortition. So they didn't have elections. They didn't have democracy as we know it. They didn't have mayors. What they would do would be once every year or two, they would pick a name out of a hat from all the citizens that lived in the town, and that person was their president for the next 2 years.
Yes.
And it sounds fucking crazy because it is, but also it kind of encourages people, it encourages you to make sure that all the kids are going to be well educated.
Yes.
Because any one of these shitheads could end up being your boss one day.
Yeah, no, we should absolutely. It would be cool if cities owned the teams.
Yes.
And we voted on coaches and GMs and all that stuff. And then imagine having a recall. Imagine a coach fucking up in week 10 and then you're emergency election, everyone vote. Should we fire his ass or not? It would make sports so much more fun because that's what we do as fans. We love to just yell about firing guys and get this guy out of here. Having the ability to actually do it, so let's fucking go.
So the problem with that would be coaches would get fired after every single loss.
Which I'm cool with.
Yeah, every team.
I don't know what's the problem.
Every team would fire.
Where's the problem?
These guys have families. Big guys. They have to re-enroll them in schools.
No, yeah, that sounds like a good solution.
What I think is we should do that. Except you should be able to vote the owners out, but the owners get installed by the city just at random.
No, there are no owners.
You just select a random person to run the team.
Yeah.
From the pool of citizens that live in any given city.
Yes.
And then that owner makes coaching decisions. Then you can fire the owner prematurely if you need to.
Yeah, I'm in for all of it.
Because I do think that having...
I just want to fire someone right away.
Having somebody tied in to the local community is what we need.
I want Matt Nagy fired, and I want to rehire him, then fire him again. That's actually would be incredible. to get the satisfaction of keep firing the guy that you hate.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what people are saying to do with Tom Wilson. People are like,
well, no.
Bring him back to life. No, people are like,
psychopath.
Arrest him, kill him, bring him back to life, resuscitate him, kill him again.
Arrest him. Arrest his ass. Fucking do it. All right, other thing we had. We missed this story on Sunday, but it needs to be mentioned. LeBron James is laying the groundwork for one of the greatest underdog stories of all time, even though he's widely acclaimed as the second best basketball player of all time and still the best basketball player in the NBA. LeBron James came back from his ankle injury. LeBron James said on his first game back, he said his ankle was a little tight, and he said that he said getting back to 100% is impossible. I don't think I'll ever be back to 100% in my career. And then also said he still thinks he at the point where he feels like he can help the team win.
Comeback player of the year.
Poor little LeBron James is just out there. And you know what? If he didn't think he could help the Lakers win anymore, he'd probably bench himself. But he thinks he can probably chip in a little and help these guys win, even though he'll never, ever be 100% again.
I also think he was coming off the heels of the news where he was like, they should fire whoever came up with the playoff scenario. You remember that? So he was trying to
and also he's not getting vaccinated.
And he's trying to get some sympathy for being like, listen, I'm injured. I'm probably taking like heavy doses of Tylenol. Who knows how my brain's working right now? Did he actually say I'm not getting vaccinated?
No, but
Dennis Schroeder said him and LeBron are the only
two that haven't been vaccinated.
That haven't gotten it yet?
Which would be so funny if the playoffs happen and he has to like quarantine. If he gets like what happens?
That would be a real shame.
That would be wild.
That would be a real shame.
Wild.
Real shame. That'd be wild.
I was going to say kind of
like
to what
him and
PFT was
LeBron
saying.
James Jr. guy at the same time.
Yeah, it would be wild.
Wild.
He said whoever made the rule up should be fired, but if you go back to March 2020, he said you got Portland, you got Memphis, New Orleans, Sacramento, tinkering around there. So if there's 5 or 10 games left, why not have those guys play and battle it out? Make them play each other all 5 games.
So quick question. I'm just curious. What's the difference, though, this year?
There is no difference.
No, isn't there? The Lakers, where are they? They must be first, so it doesn't matter.
They're
right?
5 right now, but 7, Portland, there's 2 teams that are 1 game behind them.
So they're close to the play-in game.
Right.
Interesting. I was playing dumb there, Hank.
Got it.
And last season finished up the exact same way, right?
Boss.
Last season went, the standard NBA postseason through June, right? Nothing after that. It's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
LeBron being like, I'll never be 100% again. I think that's better than the pretty much broken hand.
You know how you say like
the one thing though I will say that's kind of relatable though.
He's got a long.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Yeah.
There's moments in my life that I'll never be 100% again.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually like kind of laughed at that because that's kind of relatable. Where it's like, I'm never going to be 100% again. It's like when you're really
Wisconsin losing.
It's like when you're really hungover on a Sunday and you have to go to work the next day. You're like, I'm never going to feel normal again.
Yeah.
Have you ever sprained an ankle? It's worse than a break.
Yeah, it is.
I sprained my ankle on an uncontested layup once, but that was there.
I sprained my ankle like every other day.
Have you been 100% since then?
Well, yeah, I'm built different than LeBron.
You're a man-child.
Yeah,
I would say
man-child, girl boss.
I would say right now, I'm 67% of my 100%, and I'm going down.
Okay.
I'll never be higher than 67%. I'll one up you, LeBron. I will never be higher than, like, if 100% is you feel incredible, great shape, like good weight, all these things, mentally, rested, all that. I'm 67% of 100%.
I think I'm 75% of 110%.
Okay.
When I was at my max.
Yeah, you were 110.
But you know what? We're also a little bit younger than LeBron James. By like a month.
By 1 month.
By exactly 1 month. So, yeah, he's in his old age, it's harder to recover from those nagging little injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts and prayers, though, to him.
He'll never be 100% again. I just love the fact that he said, I still think I can help the team win. Okay. Thanks, LeBron. It will be the greatest comeback of all time.
Well, you can't have an ankle transplant. They can't just... Like,
Alabama would disagree.
they would do. He needs to go visit Nick Saban.
Alabama, I feel like
ankles-
they transplant every ankle on that team when they show up as freshmen.
They do preemptive ankle surgery.
Yes.
It's like a circumcision down there.
Yes.
They have a moil come in and
They're
he
just
just
like-
cuts the tip of your tendon off.
We're just gonna fucking wrap this wire around your ankle real quick when you show
Yeah.
up.
I don't know if it's like medically advisable to do, but it definitely makes you get drafted higher.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
I mean, Achilles, the ankle brought down the greatest warrior of all time.
that's true.
Big Ben.
Yeah, absolutely, and also his nose
Yes.
and
every other
his
part of
rib,
his body, his
and
shoulders,
his shoulder, and
his
his head,
soul,
his own brain.
His penis through the pornography addiction.
Yep, all of that stuff. All right, let's get to Hot Seat Cool Throne, and then we got Brian Baumgartner on, you know him as Kevin Malone. By the way, we interviewed him before all the Aaron Rodgers stuff, unfortunately. So it was just general. He's a big Aaron Rodgers fan. Wish we had been able to really stick it to him there. But before we do that, Sport Clips stylists are experts in men and boys' haircuts with specialized training and techniques. Cutting guys' hair can be harder than women's hair. When you go to Sport Clips versus a place that cuts women's hair, you are getting stylists who are specifically trained to cut guys' hair. Sport Clips are experts in understanding facial shape and hair texture and cutting to a guy's best advantage. Sport Clips' signature service is the MVP haircut experience. It is so much more than a haircut. The legendary hot steam towel on your face, massaging shampoo. It says messaging, but I'm assuming it's massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. It's the ultimate in relaxation. Don't go to a place where they don't know how to cut your hair. Sport Clips knows how to cut your hair, guys, and it's quick, it's fast. They got TVs on, everything is out there, and your experience is even better with the on-deck text alerts, which means less wait time, more prime time. You get a 15-minute heads up when it comes when it's time to head in, and another text when you are next in line. Sport Clips gives you more ways to save time so you can enjoy your prime time. Text message opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply. So go right now. Visit a Sport Clips near you for a haircut that exceeds the typical experience from start to finish. And also don't have to wait in line. You get that text message. It's unbelievable. So go check them out. Sport Clips. Check them out, and they will make sure you're looking great for the summer season. Hank.
My hot seat is, I had a few. The first one was the Lakers. We just talked about it, though.
Okay.
My second one, thankfully I had multiple per
Good
usual, was the kids. The youth, our future.
Euthanasia?
The youth of the nation. We are. There was a release today that the New York City public schools will have remote learning instead of snow days next year.
That sucks. Fuck
So
that.
if that might be the new, now that they've kind of built in the online learning curriculum, they can kind of use that and instead of snow days just do online learning, which is just terrible. I feel bad for the youth. I feel bad for the kids.
We need an Alex Jones for children to get the kids really pissed off about this and start a fucking revolution. Because like there is actual inherent value in what you do on snow days when you're by yourself as a kid, and the shit that you get into, the mischief, like all the stuff that you do on those days actually translates into like real life learning, and you're not going to get that by sitting in front of a computer.
All right, I'll zag on this. I actually am okay with this for two reasons. One, the snow days, that obviously means that summer starts earlier, which is awesome, because that's how they always build it
I think
in.
there's five built-in ones.
Yeah,
okay, but you won't have any. There won't be any, right? So your summer will start earlier, and there's no fucking way when you're on Zoom learning you're actually doing anything. That's better than a fucking substitute teacher.
No.
You think kids are learning on Zoom learning? I can guarantee you.
I'm saying that they're like they would learn more not being on Zoom learning and going out into the wild and having a day by themselves.
They can still do that
when they're on Zoom learning. They have to be in front of the computer the entire time, and it sucks.
But they can still do that. Like they do a couple classes at home, and then they go out and have fun in the snow. And summer starts.
No, you got classes all day. Yes, you do.
School ends at like 2.
Yeah, you got classes.
You have to start at 7.
Yeah.
So what?
Versus
you just fucking
snow day,
sit there and
you
fake
wake
it.
up, you check the TV, you see if your school scrolls on the
I don't
bottom
think
line.
I think Zoom
if you
learning,
miss it, then you have
you're
to
on the
watch
wrong
it,
side of history
roll back
on this.
again.
No, I think if you
and if you hit it, you just go back to sleep.
If you ask the kid, if you ask a kid, like Zoom learning is a complete fucking joke.
They probably
that's not what we're saying.
I know,
we
but
agree that it's a complete joke.
I would rather get summer early. Hank, you love summer.
I love summer.
You love summer,
but I also love that's a future me thing.
Okay.
Give me snow days 10 days a week.
But I still think doing like not
Because
not having to go into
once
class,
my birthday, it'd be like June 13th. If we had school past it, like no one gives a fuck at the end of the year anyway.
right? But not having to go into school still feels like different,
Dude.
Once the snow days have announced.
What
and
you're
Zoom's
forgetting
announced.
is that there's something magical about being a kid, not being prepared for whatever assignment
No, I
that was
understand.
due the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
day,
yeah.
or a quiz that you were not ready for, and then getting like a finger of God coming down in your town and being like, guess what, I'm going to help you out on this one. You don't have to go in. Instead, you can go day drink at your neighbor's house whose parents both work like
You're
45
day
minutes
drinking
out
on
of
your?
town.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
this now became a...
Yeah, when you're like 17 years old,
Oh,
18
now
years old.
17's totally... I'm talking
12.
about like... I thought you were talking about imagination as like a 12-year-old. You're just saying...
I'm talking about everyone.
You could day drink while you're on Zoom if you're 17 years
I'm saying
old.
that's no
It's not the
fun.
same.
We tried doing Zoom happy hours back in March. That lasted for like a week.
I know summer starting earlier would be fucking sick.
No, you
Agreed.
need
Summer's
I mean,
awesome.
in theory,
and also it's like 1 or
yes,
2 days.
But this is
It's New
you need
York.
snow
No,
days.
it doesn't even snow in New York.
You need snow days. It
doesn't even
The kids need the snow days.
I think once you get back to having to go to school every day, a Zoom day will feel like a snow day. That's my point. All right, next, Hank.
My cool throne is our very own PFT commentator,
Oh,
DK Metcalf.
so you're just going to take my cool thrones? That's fine.
Well, how am I supposed
got
to know?
some extra for you.
what
Okay, thanks, Jake.
How am I supposed
Always
to know what
very
you
prepared.
had? Do you want to go first?
No, you can go.
I mean, what do you
You're
want
doing
me
a
to
great
do?
job.
Yeah, I mean, clearly. Do you want to go? Like, I don't
No,
know.
go ahead, girl
I
boss.
can't be picking my hot seat and cool
You're not
throne
allowed
thinking
to call
about
him Girl
you.
Boss. That's me today.
Hank, go.
I can't be picking my hot seat and cool throne thinking about what you're picking. I just got
Okay,
tunnel vision.
that's fair.
My cool throne, and I didn't
This
think
is
you're
some
that conceited. I didn't think
tension.
you were that selfish, conceited. Like you're just going to talk about yourself, you know?
I was actually going to say something else. But you go ahead.
Narcissist.
Yeah, clearly. DK Metcalf, who PFT beat in a race, 100-yard dash, I think it was 40-yard dash in our office. He has been training and is possibly going to be racing this weekend to go to the Olympics. So, if he does go to the Olympics, you can say you're faster than an Olympic racer.
Oh,
Whoa.
I like that. That's
Therefore,
cool.
you're on the
Olympian.
cool throne. Olympian.
Also, Oscar Pistorius
Right.
in certain circumstances.
Yep. Challenger.
Paralympic.
Yes. Thank you, Hank. That was lovely. My hot
You're not
seat-
welcome.
Whoa.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, Hank.
Why?
Yeah, you're not welcome.
Why?
Because you contested.
No, I said one thing. Hank said one thing.
There were some things said. All right, go ahead.
My hot seat is the White House cat. So the Bidens got a cat for their White House, and maybe they forgot that Major Biden still exists, and they got
The
a
dog.
cat to help socialize Major Biden, who has been biting everything that it sees.
I think you have to say the dog just so people know because one of their kids' name is Hunter.
Oh, okay.
So Major definitely they would definitely name
So Major-
one of their kids Major.
They would. Major Biden, the dog,
Yes,
the German
thank
Shepherd dog, is being socialized back into the White House with the help of a cat, and that cat is fucking dead.
Oh, yeah.
That dog is going to eat the shit out of that cat. And to be honest with you, I've grown to love Major Biden just because he's such a shithead.
Well, he's also very relatable. Like I
Yes.
wouldn't want to be in a house where there's just a shitload of people coming and going all the time. I
Yeah.
would start biting everyone as well.
It's very funny to have like the highest, most honorable house in America, in theory, just populated by a mangy dog that's running around attacking everybody. I love that. Dogs will be dogs. My cool throne is, I was going to say lane lines on sprinting tracks because DK Metcalf is competing to try to qualify for the Olympics.
Got it.
So I wasn't going to make it about me. I was going to make it about DK.
but then you were going to be like, who's faster than DK?
Yeah, but I
No,
put,
but no.
no. But I see. That's the thing. My cool throne was PFT commentator. So how did you
Yeah.
even know what I was talking about?
No, because then you started talking about DK right afterwards.
But it's different cool thrones.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That is totally different cool
So
thrones.
the speculation is that if DK runs under like a 10.2, then he'll qualify for the Olympic trials. But that, in order to do that, he would have to run as fast as he was running at his peak when he was chasing down Buda
Yeah, this
Baker.
doesn't feels like there's sprinters that could run
Yeah,
faster.
yeah. So
We
what
don't
you're,
have as much muscle.
what you're going to see a lot of is track and field stands on Twitter being like, this guy has no business in our sport, and saying you don't understand truly how fast sprinters are. And you know what? They're right.
100%
Like
right.
sprinters train to do one thing and one thing only, and they're very good at it.
Dude,
But
no
that
one
said-
knows how fast marathon runners are. When you see a marathon runner run like a two hour marathon, they are sprinting as fast as you can possibly sprint for 2 hours.
That said, I do hope that I hope that he qualifies. It'd be fucking hilarious to see DK Metcalf go to the Olympics.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to, but yeah, it would be very funny. It would be very funny to see him go there. Which, are the Olympics happening?
Yeah.
For sure?
Tokyo.
For sure?
I don't want to say for sure.
All right.
No, I don't know
So
if
just
anyone's
one
going
for
to be
sure?
alive. I can't guarantee that.
That's true.
I do
all right.
know if they happen. There's still the 2020 Olympics.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, my hot seat is Us because of Dude Perfect. They released a sick-ass music video called Pet Peeves. One of the pet peeves being missing, like, putts, which is not a pet peeve. That's just not a pet peeve.
One was when you drive past a car and a dog is barking really loud.
What?
Yeah.
That's a pet
peeve?
peeve?
Pretty relatable
Because
stuff.
for that, like, 1 second, you have to hear a dog?
Yeah. And it was, you know what? The dog looked like Leroy, too. I was like, I would give anything to drive past that car.
Yeah, so we're fucked. They're coming to our block.
We've
made Drink Paint and the other song.
Chonk.
There we go. I knew that. I fucking knew that.
We,
like I said, 67% capacity.
We might have underestimated Dude Perfect. They truly can do it all.
Yeah.
Like, they play every sport. They can
This is
rap.
the worst song I've ever
You're
heard.
gonna
in my
rap
life.
that
It was
with
an
us?
insult to music in general.
Yeah, no, my pet. Can you auto tune this? My
Yes.
pet peeve was that entire music video.
Beardo came in. My pet peeve is when Beardo tries to rap.
Can you sing it?
My pet peeve is when Beardo tries to rap at me. My pet peeve was when I thought Beardo wasn't going to make it all about himself, but the start of the video was all about himself.
All right, so there we go. Put that out there. All right, my cool throne is Russell Westbrook because he's incredible, and I said that I was going to do a respect update every now and then. Like, here's someone we should respect more. Russell Westbrook doesn't get enough respect. This is now the 4th season that he will average a triple-double for the entire season. He could record 0 points, 0 rebounds, and 0 assists in all the rest of the games this season, and he would still have a triple-double. And I know ball hog, like, makes bad decisions at the end of the games. Russell Westbrook because of the 3-point percent. I don't care. The dude is fucking crazy. He's really, really good, and he somehow is still really, really good, even though everyone has written him off. So I'm respecting him more.
Okay.
And his 4th time averaging a triple-double is crazy. And on Monday night, he dropped 24 assists. 21 rebounds, 24 assists, 14 points.
That's insane. That's crazy. I've never heard Russell Westbrook before. That's good. That's like
When he doesn't shoot well.
You remember Zaza Cheap Shot?
Yep, cheap shot.
Those were good ones.
Yes.
Hustle Westbrook, what I call him with numbers like those, like 24 assists.
24 assists, 21 rebounds, 14 points.
That's crazy.
That's fucking stupid. So let's respect him more. All right, Jake, your hot seat.
I'm growing concerned that our list of people that we have to respect might be getting too long.
It's literally just Steph Curry and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, you mentioned Chris Paul the other week.
No, but I didn't. That was a fucking. We all knew that was a prank.
It was a double cross.
It was a double
Okay,
cross.
got it.
So it's 2. There's 2 people I got to respect more.
Hot seats, the Houston Astros. They return to Yankee Stadium tonight for the first time since the incident. Things could get ugly.
You think anyone's gonna bring a trash can?
Probably. Things will get ugly.
That would be wild.
Oh my god, I can't.
Bleacher creatures.
Bleacher creature.
Yeah.
Yo, did you guys know that dude on Twitter?
Thank God, Billy.
Oh no! Don't mention him. The dude on Twitter who
Billy
created
Joe.
a Astros Revenge Tour
Yeah,
account
yeah.
that basically was like, we're going to be shaming the Astros everywhere. And then after last year, he just changed his
Now
handle.
it's a random baseball
and he just
account
made
or
it
something.
himself like a baseball page. And everyone's like, "Are you fucking serious?
You can't
dude?
rebrand
I
like that.
respect the fuck out of that.
You
He has
can't
like
rebrand.
all those
250,000 followers."
I really hope that at some point tonight, Aaron Judge gets on second base.
For Altuve.
Yeah, that's all I care about when it comes to this game.
Yeah. All right. And your cool throw?
My cool throne is minor league baseball. It's opening day. I know we rock some gear sometimes.
Yep.
So
Love
shout out
it.
to the little guys.
Love it.
Their whole season got canceled last year. So
Love
first
it.
time in 2 years.
Love it.
Good to see
Yeah.
boys out there playing.
Yep.
Farm league.
All right, let's get to our great interview with Kevin Malone, Brian Baumgartner, talking everything, sports, office, everything. Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. You might know him as Kevin Malone from The Office, or you might know him as the Cameo King, but he's also a diehard sports fan. It is Brian Baumgartner. How do you? I knew I was going to screw that up. Your last name.
You know, you stuttered as though you were going to screw it up, but I think you did it.
But
I think
well,
you did.
I think Baumgartner because of the pitcher. So then it gets in my head like the name is so close to another name that it just fucks me up.
You're talking about missing A, missing T?
Yeah. Right.
That's what I call him. Missing A, missing T.
So you're his cousin or what is that?
No, I'm not his cousin. No, I'm not his cousin.
So,
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, what would you rather be introduced as? The actor who played Kevin Malone or Cameo King?
If I'm given that choice, I'll go with Kevin Malone.
Okay. Because you are the Cameo King.
That's what they say.
Yes. But it's awesome to have you on. We've seen you on a few different shows, and when you were pitched to us, we're like, yeah, we definitely want him on. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. I don't even know where to start because you are a true sports fan, which is rare when the actor guests are true sports fans. I'll start here actually. You like Bryson DeChambeau. What's your fucking problem?
Well, here's the thing. He went to SMU, and I went to SMU. So there is that very connection. Who said I like Bryson DeChambeau?
I found it on the internet.
Caught again.
Yeah.
I must have been. Yeah, everything you read on the internet is true.
We got you.
Everything you read is true.
Okay, well,
I might have been scrambling to give an answer. I mean, I do. We do have that bond. We have that kinship.
Yeah.
Right?
We're noted haters of him.
Don't like him. We can clarify, though, like, scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say that you like Bryson DeChambeau?
How much do I like? I don't actively root against him.
Okay. Sounds
That's
like
not
you're
good enough
neutral
for
on it.
us. Yeah.
We need to update that website.
Yeah, that's a wrong answer.
Now, let me ask you this. Is this a new hate or is this an old hate? Or
it really comes down to we're just incredibly loyal guys. So we're friends with Brooks Koepka. And actually, I don't even think Brooks hates him. We just decided that we the way people root for golf, we never understood like how you can just kind of root for everyone. Golf is more fun when you just pick like one or two guys and that's your guy and it's like a sports team and then everyone else like we really, if you actually boil it down, I don't think we like actually think Bryson DeChambeau is a bad guy, but we hate other golfers like they're our rivals.
I got it. I actually respect that. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so here's my golf take. I don't really understand it, or why it is, and maybe you can help me. So I feel like unless you have a vested interest in something, right? Like dynasties, you don't root for typically, right? Yep. Like unless you're a New England guy, you kind of hate the Patriots, right? Like you're not rooting for them. Same Yankees, same Lakers, same whatever, right? So I think I feel that way. I know I feel that way in general about other sports without mentioning teams specifically, but for me, the crazy thing is Tiger Woods in that when I was watching Tiger Woods or when I watch Tiger Woods, I want him to dominate. Like I just and I don't know what that is. And then, it's like, oh, here, this guy's the new Tiger. This is Spieth. This is so-and-so. And I don't ever have that feeling anymore. So my question is like, what was it about him that made him so transcendent that I feel like a lot of people feel the same way I do?
I think it was just he was so different from everybody else that was in golf at that time. When he came along, like nobody showed emotion. You might get a fist pump occasionally out of a guy if he made a big putt, but he treated being out on the golf course like you see, a football player. If they like a quarterback that throws a touchdown, they get pumped up like Brett Favre would go jump into his teammates' arms, things like that. Like Tiger looked like, I don't want to say he was having fun out on the course, but like he displayed all the emotions. Like he was getting pumped up. He would yell at himself. He'd be like, "Come on, Woods!" He'd cuss himself out if he hit a drive into the woods. He was just so different and exciting that it got a lot of people into golf that wouldn't normally be golf fans. And so then that's your guy that got you there. So you're going to kind of stick around for a while.
Yes. Yeah, I hear that.
I'd also throw out the idea that Tiger was so good that it became like it became something bigger than golf. Like he almost broke golf when he's winning like a U.S. Open by 10 strokes. That you're now no longer being like there's no one else to root for against Tiger. It's just Tiger against the game of golf almost. He transcended at that point where it's like, how can someone master the sport that is impossible to master? And he got the closest ever, and probably no one will ever get as close as he did. You know, the Tiger Slam and just beating people. Like, it's unheard of to beat people by that many strokes in those type of tournaments, that I think it becomes like everyone just wants to root for him because you in the moment are saying we're witnessing something we may never see again.
Right. No, I think that's a good take. I mean, I think both of those things are part of it for sure. And yes, I like that idea. Like, you were rooting to see things that you never had seen before and hadn't seen before and may never see again.
It's kind of like Steph Curry right now. Like, Steph Curry, you know, people obviously had Warriors fatigue, but when Steph Curry gets going and he hits, 10, 11 threes in a game, you're like, holy shit, we're witnessing something that's totally different than everything else, and no one's even close to as good of a shooter as he is.
Yeah, that's interesting because I never really got, and maybe I was missing something, I never really got the Warriors hate. And that's actually a good call because, I don't know, I felt like their basketball at its pure, when they were rolling, was just such pure, fundamental, great basketball coupled with an amazing shooter that maybe we've never seen before.
Yeah, 2 top 10 shooters with Clay. That was Kevin Durant.
So when Kevin Durant joined the team, then I think people were like, okay, we liked this team when it was the Splash Brothers, when it was Draymond, and they were kind of like a homegrown team. Kevin Durant goes out there, and then at that point it was like, now this is just unfair. Like, no other team really has a chance, whereas you might run it, you might catch, lightning in a bottle, and Clay and Steph would go, they'd shoot like 25% on a single night, and you might be able to beat them. Their shots actually, who had a better shot than them was you at the end of that one episode, the basketball episode, when you just went out there and you were wet. You were fucking wet. Are you, you're a good basketball player? I assume you were probably the best basketball player on the set?
I mean, I would say yes. John Krasinski might argue with me on that, but that's really how that started. Was we were children. You give a child a ball, and what do? They bounce it and they shoot it. So we're like on a professional television set, like trying to get work done, and it was like cut, and he and I would just start bouncing the ball, shooting the ball, and it was really that moment was not scripted, that everybody sort of realized that I could shoot, and it was sort of like, oh, hey, this would be funny. At the end, when everybody's walking off, they decided to turn the camera on me. And yeah, and by the way, you got to check the tape on the DVD. It was 13 in a row from free throw line extended. I'm in a suit jacket and work shoes.
That's very impressive. That's very, very impressive. Let's definitely talk a little office. I want to go back to the sports after, because it is, like I said, a little rare that we have actor who comes on who's a huge sports fan. The Office, everyone loves it. It's, one of the funniest shows ever. Was there a moment, I'm always curious about the moment that everyone collectively says, holy shit, we got, this is something. The genius moment, the light bulb moment for a bunch of very funny people to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be incredible.
I'll give you, I'll answer that in 2 ways. One is that and for people who are fans of the show, they go like, holy shit, that was the second episode. But the second episode of the show that we shot was Diversity Day, which maybe was one of our best. And when we were on set, I remember so specifically thinking, wow, I don't know if people are going to watch this show because it was so different. There was no laugh track at the time. We all didn't look like the cast of Friends. There was all this happening, but I was like, man, if people give this show a chance, we have a chance, because we're talking about real things in a funny, different way that's not done on television, period. So that was, for me, creatively, I was like, okay, this could be really good. But the moment I would say was the very first Christmas episode that we did in season 2. It was the Yankee swap and the iPod and all this stuff. And it was a big ensemble episode. Every single character had something to do. And that episode, we woke up the next day and 10 million people had watched it at that time on that night. It was the first time we'd gone over, and it was like, like, this is like, okay. And we were struggling so much in the ratings up to that point that it was sort of like, I hope we can finish the season out, because at that point that was not guaranteed. And then suddenly it was like, we're gonna be around for a while, like a decade.
You brought up an interesting point, and one that's kind of always fascinated me, which is the laugh track in American television. So it's one of these things where we just have agreed to not talk about it enough, because it's just in the background of every comedy show, every sitcom. And when you guys were making The Office, there's no laugh track. It's shot handheld. It looks different. It sounds different. Was there any pushback from people at ESPN that you heard about, or excuse me, at NBC that you heard about, that were saying like, hey, how are people going to know when they should laugh? How are people going to know what's funny if they don't have 200 people laughing along with them?
100%. And it's really interesting that for this podcast I'm doing, The Office Deep Dive, one of the conversations I have, which is sort of like, I was worried, like, is anyone going to care about this guy? Like, why do they want to hear from him? They want to hear from Steve Carell and all of that, which we talked to. But Kevin Riley, who was the head of NBC at the time and was kind of the person who championed the show and made sure it stayed on the air when a lot of people at NBC didn't want it on the air. It tested, he said, like, they do this testing. They shoot the pilot, they show it to people, and they're like, should we do this show? And it got like a 0. Like, no, like all of the rooms, like, no, everyone said like, no. And he was like, okay, thank you. And then there was one room, he told the story. I had not heard the story before. There was one room at the end, pretty large room of people, larger than the other rooms, which were the assistants, assistants of other executives, the interns, like all of the young people. And he walked in and said, so what did you guys think? And their response, this is almost a direct quote from him, was, not only is this the best thing that you have shown today, it's kind of the only thing that's even currently on the network that we would even watch, and we love it. And he shut the door and was like, thank you very much, walked out. He was like, we're doing the show because it has such a different, I always called it kind of subversive sensibility that kind of applies to a younger audience.
Yeah, and it's interesting to think about The Office in the time and place, because The Office is a show that if it were today with the streaming platforms, it would be an instant hit, I feel like, because people would just be like, oh, you have to watch this. You guys were, it's crazy to even say, but there was a time and place that you watched it. Obviously, DVR existed, but I remember sitting down, watching it, being like, oh, The Office is on tonight. What was it, Thursday nights, I think? Mm-hmm. Right, Thursday nights. And it was like, all right, we're going to watch The Office tonight. So it is funny to think about, like, you guys surviving that transition in TV, like where there's, TV used to be that appointment television, sit down and you have to make a conscious decision. Now it's a lot more passive. You just watch funny shit all the time.
Right. And, I think that's how a lot of hits are made now too, right? Like social media, memes, all of that. Like when a show starts getting talked about, and a lot of the streaming stuff, at least for a long time, was kind of a secret, like who's watching, but it sort of became anecdotal. And I think one of the things that we talk about is that, it was this whole antiquated Nielsen rating system, which nobody really understands, but Nielsen rating, and they say like 10 million people are watching, right? What that means is a certain percentage of people who were given boxes that they put on top of their TV that they record what they're watching were watching it. And I always said, even back in the day, again, just from walking around, being around colleges or like whatever, is like a college kids are not given a Nielsen box.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like what's happening and, hearing like, oh yeah, we watch it in our dorms, we blah, blah, blah. It's like none of that was being recorded. And I feel like, well, I know what happened was that same Christmas that Christmas episode came out that we were referring to, and it featured a video iPod. Think about that. That was the very first video iPod. I mean, that was the first time you could watch something and put it in your pocket and pull it out. Mm-hmm. And they made a deal to put The Office on that, and it was immediately the number one show on there. And that was another where it was like, whoa, like, okay, yeah, people are watching this that are not necessarily being recorded.
You're absolutely right. I mean, we're both 36, so I remember watching it with all my roommates in college, like finding out about The Office in college, being like, holy shit, this show is totally different and hilarious.
Right.
So
I think it was also like a big illegally streamed or downloaded, like LimeWire.
Yeah.
Remember
Family
LimeWire?
Guy, yeah.
There's
Family Guy
LimeWire,
also.
Family Guy, Heather Brooke. Those were like the big three of anybody that had a dorm room. And so there was a lot of stuff that didn't get tracked, like you said, by the Nielsen boxes. I'm really glad that it stuck around for a while because, obviously it's probably I'm just going to say my favorite comedy that I've ever seen on television. It was you know what we should do? So Mel Kiper, the draft analyst, he watches his old shows. He has them on DVD. He'll watch like Dallas on Friday nights at 8 when it used to air. We should just as a nation say Thursday nights, 8 o'clock? Thursday nights at 8 o'clock? We're all sitting down.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. We're all sitting down watching The Office together.
Yeah,
At the same time. We don't do stuff together as a country anymore. I think that would be helpful.
I think that is a very good idea. Two things based on what you just said. One, that's a phenomenal idea. And two, you owe me some money because you downloaded illegally on LimeWire.
Yeah, I owe you a lot.
Yeah.
I absolutely watched it illegally.
You mentioned the memes. There's one of the all-time most incredible gifs is Kevin spilling the chili.
Yes.
When you spilled the chili, I've always wondered how long it actually took to clean up that mess, and if they just redid the carpet after that, because you can't get chili out of a carpet.
So, by the way, first time anyone has ever thought or considered that. So, very well done. We did a lot of prep for this scene. Obviously, it was going to be messy. And I got kind of pulled aside. Again, I remember really specifically from the set decorator and the props department. And, sometimes like during a sporting event, there'll be a little huddle where the head coach may not be listening or whatever. And they came to me and they're like, hey, so we have 3 gigantic pieces of carpet. And when I say gigantic piece of carpet, I mean from the front entryway, around the reception desk, all the way, like a humongous piece of carpet. They're like, we could only get 3. So you got to help us out. Like, we have to do this in 3 takes or we're dead. Like, there's nothing to be done. As I got it in 1, thankfully, one take, but what they didn't really consider was cleaning me. Like, there wasn't 3 of me.
Right.
I really don't think I could have, I could have gone again. That's what she said. I don't think, yeah. I mean, it was a huge mess.
It was, I mean, it is an iconic scene and one that, like, if you show it to anyone, they will laugh. Anyone watches that scene, they will laugh. That's got to feel pretty good to be like, you're not the main character, but you have one of the best scenes of all time in The Office. You should get actually, how's that not an NFT? You need to make millions off of that.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it will be.
There we go. Oh, it sounds like you probably have it ready to go. Uh-huh.
Maybe it will be. I don't know. I think that I never obviously, I mean, you're in the middle of, shooting 10 years and it was one moment and it was such a different kind of a thing. Just me, played mostly in like voiceover style. Like the style was even a little funky and different. And certainly I knew it was fun and it was kind of a fun challenge. I never imagined that it would be what it has become now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorites as well. Who was the person, male or female, who made everyone laugh the most, like on set, when the cameras are not rolling?
Oh, when the cameras were not rolling, I'll tell you, I think, look, that's a great question. One, I would say that pound for pound, Oscar Nunez might be the funniest person on the planet. Okay. At least to me personally. Like, he is, I called him in his introduction for the podcast, he's like a chameleon. And what I mean is like most people sort of have a style. They're like Farley or their deadpan or their whatever. He like does it all and like just knows exactly which direction to go. He's hilarious. But Steve Carell, I believe, is the greatest improviser maybe in the history of entertainment. I mean, he anytime he improvises, it's always on topic. It's always super smart, in character, to the point, never veers in a weird direction. It's funny, you brought up Family Guy, right? Like Family Guy, it could be really, really funny, right? But so much of their funny is like, well, that reminds me of the time that this happened, which is totally off story, and they go into a weird like flashback thing and come back. That's way easier than like staying right and keep telling the right story and doing that. But it's funny, Steve, like when the cameras weren't rolling, he was very not that way.
Really?
And I always felt like I described him again, in one of the interviews for the podcast, almost like, not intentionally, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but kind of like absent-minded professory, like going through rehearsal, and he's kind of got his papers, and he's like, reading through, and nothing is there. And I always thought that it was about, he didn't want to reveal anything that he was doing, because when the cameras rolled, I believed he was trying in every moment to make somebody else laugh.
I love that.
I think he was trying to keep it right on this line where he didn't want you to laugh to ruin a take, but he wanted you to laugh. And he didn't want to reveal anything that he was going to do before the cameras were rolling.
That's great.
That's genius, because that also, that right there sums up his entire character, where he's always on the line of like, what is like, he's really dumb, but he's also a genius, and it all just worked.
Right. Well, I mean, like the biggest and what's become the most famous example, which seems like totally crazy, and I don't know how big of fans of the show, but to those of you who are, the gay witch hunt episode where he finds out that Oscar's character is gay, and he decides he's going to be as woke as he possibly can be. And what he decides to do is to kiss Oscar in this moment. That was totally improvised. That wasn't scripted.
That makes
so
sense.
we're all sitting there as he like is like trying to get up the courage to kiss him. and that was all. And so in that moment, we really were like characters in The Office going like, is he about to?
Yeah.
Can he do that? Is that? Wait a sec. It was like, and that's just one example of many, but probably the biggest.
That's
perfect. Going to get back to Brian in a second. Before we do, I want to talk to you about our great friends over at Coors Light. We love Coors. We love Coors Seltzer. We love Coors Light. If you ever feel like you're always on and you need a moment to chill, best way to do that, hit the reset button, grab an ice-cold Coors Light, grab an ice-cold Coors Seltzer. Coors Seltzer is the coldest tasting seltzer in the world. It sounds the coldest when you open it up. Same thing with the Coors Light. The mountains turning blue is the highlight of my weekend. Love it when the mountains are blue. It lets you know that you are ready to chill, that your beer is ready to chill, and it's time to hit the reset button and relax. Just have a good one. Take a load off with Coors Light. Everything's on the go these days. Work, friends, family. You got a million pressing social issues and an expectation to be on 24/7. Sometimes you just need a moment to turn it off and hit reset. Coors Light's made to chill. So chill out with Coors Light. If you need to hit reset, open that Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment. It's made to chill. Love the sound it makes. Absolutely love the sound. Love how an ice-cold Coors Light feels in your hands. Feels different from any other beer. It feels colder. Just a fact. Same thing with the Coors Seltzer. They've got great flavors, perfect for the summertime, perfect for the weather getting hot outside. Crack open a cold Coors Seltzer. Thank me later. Enjoy Coors Seltzer. They've got new flavors like mango, lemon lime, black cherry, and then, of course, there's always Coors Light. Get Coors Light and Coors Seltzer delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or with Instacart. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, and Fort Worth, Texas. Here's more Brian. There's always the rumors about a reunion of sorts, and now it's on Peacock. Obviously, people are talking about it a little bit more. It's actually, this is like great timing with the show because Greg Daniels just did an interview. It just hit Twitter. They said that you guys do have something planned, and that you guys are going to be getting together, and it's going to be something to watch. So, what are your thoughts on that? Are you excited to get back into this or what?
Oh, wait a second. This is, you know what this feels like? This feels like, do I pick up my phone and check Twitter right now?
That'd be very rude in the middle of an interview.
Yeah.
Greg Daniels it just came out on Twitter.
It's weird.
You can if you want to look.
Tom Brady's going to the Redskins. Sorry, the Washington football team. The Washington football team.
Thank you. You can look. You don't believe us?
No, I'm kidding. I'll answer how I would have answered without you giving me that information. I believe that that we will get back together again. I think the problem is, and I'll sort of talk this through with you, is that I think what people expect or want when they say they want The Office to come back is they want more episodes of what the show was. And as I always say to people, that's a very confusing and complicated idea, right? Because, like, if you recall, at the end of The Office, Stanley's in Florida, Kevin was fired and is now running a bar, Jim and Pam live in Austin, Dwight and Angela are married, Michael Scott is in Colorado. Like, it kind of wasn't the same by the end. And so how do you go back to that? So I think that's the confusing thing. Although what I also say is they brought back Roseanne, and John Goodman's character was literally dead in the first incarnation. So anything is possible, I suppose. But I think that I can envision a situation where yes, we are reunited in some way.
It seems like it'd be. You're right. People they want old episodes of The Office to just continue to be made, and that's hard for a lot of reasons. Like you said, with the characters, also the production staff, the people who are writers. A lot of those people are off doing other things where they're in charge of certain projects and stuff. So it's not going to be the exact same group. And as much as I would like to see it, there are going to be people that are going to be mad about it just because it's not season 3 of The Office. Which is more about where they were in life at the time that they watched it, that they hold that certain memory about it. So right. I do want to see it come back, but I also understand why it might be tough and why some people might not want to do it.
Well, it's interesting that what Greg Daniels always said, right? And this to me is the beauty of how the show ended. That we decided to end it. It wasn't canceled. And that from the very beginning, his idea was we're shooting a documentary, right? The documentary crew is shooting a paper company. And that at some point that documentary has to be revealed then. That has to go out into the world. But when that does, much like reality television, right? That changes the people who are subjects of that documentary. Mm-hmm. So all of the characters have to, once Kevin sees himself on television and how he has been edited, he then has to behave differently than he does before that time. And so his idea always was he wants to do it, but once that happens, then the show as we knew it before no longer exists.
Yeah.
That was what he said.
Just an idea. You can take it or leave it. A documentary that follows you, Creed, and Andy Buckley, David Wallace around, and you guys start a band together.
I'm in. Both of those are fantastic guys and great. That would be a lot of fun. That would be fun.
Andy Buckley's he's one of our 5th guests, maybe 6 years ago. So he's the best.
He's a psycho. But we love
total
him.
Psycho. Total psycho.
He's a total psycho. Yeah.
So I don't have this take, but people in our office do. At least just one person says that they made your character too dumb at the end of The Office. I disagree, but was that a conscious decision or just happened naturally?
I think that there certainly was a progression of Kevin and what happened. I think a part of that is, from the beginning of the show, where the writers kind of wanted to take it, where I took it based on what the writers were given me. that certainly happened. I had this very nerdy, this is way too nerdy a topic for your show, but my sort of weird actor justification for some of that was that when the camera crew showed up at the office, Kevin was very, very uncomfortable. And so was way more reserved. And then as he became more comfortable with them being around, more of his true self came out. That's real actor, deep nerd shit.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
But that was what I did for myself in order to sort of go where they went. I think to answer that specific comment by the coworker, I know that once, this is not exclusively true, right? But like in order of dumb, stupid comedy, physical comedy, it kind of went Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute and Kevin. And so I know that consciously once Michael left, they leaned on Kevin to do a lot more or extend the physical comedy that he was doing because Michael was no longer there. If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't the one who had the take. Brandon Walker did.
Yeah. No. But
bad take.
But that was discussed.
Yeah.
And at times I would go to the writer's room, I would get a scene or something and be like, guys, I know some of you have written for The Simpsons, but I'm not actually Homer Simpson. Like there are physical limitations to my body that a cartoon you don't have to worry about. So like, let's keep that in mind.
The
when
piano
we're
falling on your head. Yeah, right. Yes. All right, back to sports for a second. If I said to you, I assume you're a huge football fan.
Yes.
If I said to you, your team had what's your team?
The Green Bay Packers.
Okay, so hypothetically, let's say the Green Bay Packers had what some would say is the best quarterback in the NFL for a decade plus, 3 MVPs. How many Super Bowls do you think they would have?
Who was their coach over those 10 years?
It doesn't matter. It's about the quarterback, right?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Yeah, how many Super Bowls would they have? They had the best quarterback, a lot of people are saying, who might retire to do Jeopardy full time. If they had that guy, right, hypothetically, they should certainly win more than one Super Bowl, right?
I think that a lot of things go in. Obviously, this is like the dumbest sports take of all time, but you have to be great, and you also have to catch some breaks.
Like Jay Cutler hurting his knee break. Yeah, you're right. So it's actually zero Super Bowls.
Wait, are you saying that Aaron Rodgers would not have a Super Bowl were it not for Jay Cutler getting
knee?
Injured?
Yeah, right, exactly. So you did catch that break. I'm a Bears fan, by the way, so I just hate you for this. And this is all I have left. I know how desperate I sound. I know how stupid I sound.
It's very desperate.
Oh, it's incredibly desperate. But I have to put on a brave face, okay?
Who's going to be your quarterback this year, by the way?
AD 14. Ever heard of him?
He's a super nice guy.
He's a great guy.
Fuck you.
He's a great guy. I really like him a lot.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I certainly wish. I thought last year they had a great, and they did. They had a great chance.
Yeah.
They had a great chance.
When are we going to air this? Do you know?
Next week. Probably?
Okay, next week. So the draft already happened. Grade the Green Bay Packers draft.
You guys picked another quarterback in the first round.
How?
Yeah, that was smart.
Don't get me started. Yeah, that was not smart.
We don't know that.
I'll agree with you there. Yeah, I'll go there. I will go with you.
All right, last question. It is actually the Roback question. Use code PFT on Roback.com for 20% off your first purchase. RHOBACK.com, code PFT. They make the best performance polos and the only performance polos we wear. And for our guest today, we'd like to gift you a Roback Performance Q-Zip on us. I feel like every time we talk to someone in Hollywood, they just don't have enough time to watch sports. Like how you are a big sports fan. You clearly like keep up with all of it. Is that a wrong assessment on my part? Because I feel like every time we talk to an actor and you ask like, oh, do you like this? They'll have some very surface level understanding of a sport and give you a line and be like, but you can clearly tell they don't watch NFL on Sundays. Like they don't clear their schedule for an NFL Sunday.
Oh, I watch NFL on Sunday.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do.
No, so here's my theory. I didn't come up with this. I think I heard it one time, but I've kind of taken it over as mine. Now, you guys don't necessarily count now because now your business is sports, okay? But for someone whose business is not one of these three things, the theory goes like this. Your brain only has the ability for one of to not comprehend, but to retain one of three things: sports information, music information, or useless trivia. So not if you're because you do this, so you might have another hobby, which might be the other thing. But basically, a person's brain can only do one of those three things. Trivia, forget it. And music, I can sing tunes of which I get about 3 words out of 20 correct. Couldn't tell you who sang it or what the song is. I mean, unless it's like a standard that I happen to love. I'm terrible at that. But sports, that's my interest. So that's my distraction. And whether it's playing golf or watching sports, that's my distraction and my hobby.
I think that's actually couldn't be more spot on. We have a trivia tournament coming up here at the Barstool offices, and the 2 best players probably are a guy named KB and a guy named Kirk. And I think the reason why they are the best players is they don't really watch sports. So they just have they watch it, but they don't it's not an obsession. So they just have time to fill their brains with actual knowledge and things that matter. Whereas we have, I always think I probably could have cured cancer if I didn't watch wrestling as a kid. So much of my brain power was kept up with just who is Stone Cold going to stun tonight that I wasted so many brain cells on that I'm always going to be behind.
Right. And that's exactly right. And I can I can't tell you the songs that I should totally know, but I can basically tell you, excluding hockey, I would get foggy there. But on the other sport, I could tell you divisions and all the teams that are in the divisions and kind of where they sit. Maybe not exactly right now. Baseball just started, but yeah, that's that's where my distraction lies.
So Big Cat mentioned that you're in Hollywood. Are you actually in Hollywood? I just always assume that if I've ever seen anybody on a TV show or on a big screen, that they currently live in Hollywood. How does that work?
I do not anymore. I moved away a little bit. So I'm down in Southern California, but I'm not in Los Angeles.
No, that's Hollywood.
Southern California is Hollywood?
I think so.
Yeah, that's
I think
Hollywood.
If you're in showbiz and you're below San Francisco, you're in Hollywood.
If you live, an hour away from Hollywood?
Couple hours.
Couple hours.
It's Hollywood.
What, do you live in Mexico? What's going on here?
No, more down towards San Diego.
Okay, so San Diego's Hollywood still. It's that's crazy.
You're
right. It's
that's
the Navy.
That's like saying Westchester's New York City or Connecticut is New York City.
But you could get, if someone was like, hey, if your agent calls hey, we need you to read for this, you don't have to book a flight. You're in Hollywood. Gotcha. Yeah.
See,
gotcha. What'd you take, the 405
with this,
north?
With this animosity, he strikes me as a Temecula guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in Temecula, I promise you that. No.
Do you have any other sports hot takes for us? You want to get off your chest? Because we'll grade them for you.
You'll grade my hot take.
Yeah, I mean, we have the dumbest takes of all time on this show. Basically, the show is built on being idiots who love sports.
Grade, we mean we'll steal them and pass them off as our own.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What? I mean, the draft is coming up. I think all this stuff with San Francisco is really interesting, and also, depending on where you sit on the conspiracy theory lines, all very bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Yes.
What do you mean by conspiracy theory lines?
No, well,
he's a reptilian?
No, San Francisco, since the new regime came in, you kind of everything they've done has been very secretive. It's all sort of come out of been a surprise. And now I don't know if they're really going to take him with the third pick.
Who, Mac Jones?
You think they're going to take Fields or Trey Lance?
I don't know if they're going to draft a quarterback.
Oh,
let's
this is all going to
go.
sound so dumb because we're going to run this next week, but I love it. Go on.
Is it Kyle Pitts?
I don't know.
If you end up
I'm just
being
saying.
right, we're going to cut this, by the way, so that we can't have our guests look good.
By the way, I'm not saying. The whole thing is very odd to me, and I think that it's just a very weird situation because they haven't lost a ton from 2 years ago, and they were really, really hurt last year. They're just not that far away, so I don't know.
The NFL is the one league where there's clearly people who are nervous about their secrets being stolen and all that stuff, but there also is a lot of franchises that put on a front who are like doing things to try to like dupe people, and it's like it's not that hard. You're going to take a quarterback probably. You're going to take a quarterback that you like, but they love this smoke screen and like having everyone think one thing and then they do another. It's like,
it'd be very funny
out they took
if the Jets like straight up took Mac Jones, number 2 overall, after smoke screening Zach Wilson this entire time. That would be a big time Jets move. Like we're outsmarting everyone.
Like, oh shit, we can't let this happen. Kyle Shanahan sees something
he's close. Yeah, they're nervous because the 49ers are right behind him.
Yeah. Oh,
it'd be funny if Kyle Shanahan just straight up took a running back with the third over. If he took like Najee Harris, number 3 overall.
Anything is possible. I don't think that's going to happen, but
anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Well, Brian,
except when you air this, nothing will be possible.
Everything we say will be stupid.
Decided.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian, this has been awesome, though. We really appreciate it. Anytime you want to come on and talk sports, we'd love to have you. And we can't wait for the office reunion.
Are you a gambling guy?
Occasionally.
You like to place a few bets?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay, we can.
Oh, actually, your it was pointed out to me. It's not the same, but your Twitter. What does it say on your Twitter? Life's too short to be unhappy. Is that right?
That sounds right. I don't know.
My saying is life's too short to bet the under. So similar vibe. Because I am unhappy whenever I bet the under because it's just a miserable experience.
It's miserable.
Right.
Yeah.
I call them movie unders. If I really love an under, I'll go see a movie. I'll bet the under and I'll go see a movie because I don't want to watch the game.
That's a great. I know, especially in basketball.
Oh.
Well, football too.
Yeah. No. See. Yeah. You're like, oh, especially in basketball, in football, and also baseball and hockey and soccer. Yeah, the under sucks. But you know what? The people who bet unders always win, so I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
contrarians.
Smarter people than me.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, man. This has been awesome. And seriously, anytime you want to come back on, we'd love to have you.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
Brian Baumgartner was brought to you by Bird Dogs. I'm rocking my Bird Dogs right now, as a matter of fact. It's short season. I'm always wearing my Bird Dog shorts when it's time for short season to hit. And guess what? That started a few weeks ago. It's not going to stop until late August, mid-September. You'll be wearing shorts all summer long. And if you're going to be wearing shorts, you have to be wearing Bird Dogs. They are the best shorts that I own. It's just a fact. I love wearing my Bird Dogs. They're the greatest gym shorts that you can ever wear, greatest running shorts that you can ever wear. They've got the underwear sewn into the lining right there. Makes things very simple. If you need to go to the gym, get changed later, take one pair of Bird Dogs with you, put another pair on to work out, switch back to your originals. Boom, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about packing extra sets of underwear. You don't have to worry about packing up a giant backpack filled with all your clothes. When you have Bird Dogs, it makes working out very, very easy. And Mark Cuban actually passed on Bird Dogs on Shark Tank. It's allegedly his biggest misinvestment of all time, aside from owning Big Cat's brain. But Bird Dogs, those are pretty bad. That's a pretty bad miss. Mark, if you're listening, I know you definitely regret investing in Bird Dogs. Maybe the door's still open. Give our friends at Bird Dogs a call. At least try on a pair. See how they feel. You're going to love them. And you're not going to believe this giveaway. Go to birddogs.com, enter promo code TAKE. They're going to throw in a free pair of Bird Dogs rubber ventilated shoes. They're just like Crocs, but for legal reasons, they can't call them Crocs. That's birddogs.com, promo code TAKE, and boom, get your Bird Dogs rubber ventilated shoes with your pair of Bird Dogs. You can rock them in sport mode. You can rock them in all-terrain mode, four-wheel drive. however you want to. You can rock these shoes, and you can rock your bird dog shorts.
Okay, let's wrap up the show with some listener FAQs. I love these FAQs. I like to change up. I've enjoyed talking to the fans.
Who owns Wi-Fi? Is it just out there? Does anybody can have it if they can find it? Does the government own it?
Melinda Gates.
God.
Now, after the divorce.
Does that mean
it's just God?
The price will go up because Bill needs some cash?
Yes.
The only explanation behind Wi-Fi is that just like it doesn't. It's the only thing on Earth that can't be owned. It's not meant to be tamed.
Yeah, this is one of those things. Like thinking about Wi-Fi and the internet truly blows my mind. So I just don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Is there an off switch? I don't think that there's an off switch for the internet.
In House of Cards there was. Remember they jammed it all up? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, magnets always work. Mm-hmm. Electromagnetic pulses tend to work.
I think we took out all the satellites in space. That's
Shot
if
all
you
of
want
them?
to take down Wi-Fi.
No, you're talking about 5G.
Go up to space.
Like what I'm talking about, like the cables and shit that go underneath the ocean.
But those all get beamed up as well.
Godzilla could probably take them out.
Damn. A gnarly earthquake feels like it would have some problems with Wi-Fi.
No, but then you got satellites. PMT FAQ. Seeing as it's a place where guys can be dudes, how messy is a studio on an average day? Does it smell in there?
It actually doesn't smell. It's pretty messy. It's just messy.
Only time it smells is if somebody spills water right underneath the bench press, because that's where a pumpkin squash exploded last year. Mm-hmm. And so when water gets in there and starts to evaporate, it brings the smell out with it. I still have no idea how that squash.
I would say that right now it's pretty clean. Like
it is.
I consider clean on whether or not if someone was visiting, I'd like want to show them the room, or if I would have secondhand embarrassment being like, "Oh, this is our studio." Like right now, I'd be fine being like, "This is the room."
My clean threshold is
our corner is disgusting.
Can I move my chair 6 inches? Yes. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's yes. So if I can move my chair any direction in 6 inches, that is incredibly clean.
I would bring my dad in here, not my mom.
Mm-hmm. Our pile.
That's actually like
Hank's
the
starting to
level
get
of comfort.
Hank's starting to get a little. He's getting a little embarrassed about our pile.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because it's myself. Like I know,
and we're going to sell it for charity. We always sell it for charity,
and I'm going to match.
Problem
yeah,
just charity,
bro. A charity right in your fucking face.
It's just gross. It just looks bad on pictures. It's just not. It's just like,
oh, boo-hoo.
Hank hates small business.
Oh, some people are going to. You know what? Hey, kids with cancer. Why did you all die? Oh, because Hank didn't like the pictures.
Yeah. All right. So this is kind of a guys on chicks, but they put it in the FAQ text line, so we're going to read it. My friend's girlfriend broke up with him for 2 days and they got back together.
Oh.
The problem is that during those 2 days, the girlfriend tried to fuck the boyfriend's roommate, who is the boyfriend's best friend, I might add. The friend did not say anything to the boyfriend because he did not want to make it weird and ruin their friendship, even though the friend and girlfriend did not actually do anything. Double parentheses, for all we know. But now everyone in our friend group knows that his girlfriend tried to fuck his best friend / roommate, and he has text messages as evidence. Do we say anything to our friend or just let it go on? This is a real story, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Can't wait to listen to tomorrow's pod.
Sounds like you guys are definitely keeping it wrapped up under tight lips. No one's going to talk about this. You guys have like a mountain of evidence. You refer to it as evidence already, so I assume that means that at some point someone's just like waiting for the right time to drop the bomb on the
Maybe
person.
Just don't tell the person, and then in a group text with them be like, yo, did you listen to today's PMT?
I think
thought there was some interesting stuff there at the end.
2 days of breaking up is just enough time to be like, well, she just kind of lost her mind for a couple days. Like she wasn't thinking. You know what I mean? Like that was totally... It was just a prank kind of thing. Like if they had been broken up for 2 weeks and she like sincerely pursued it, maybe she was getting drunk for 2 days straight and she just didn't have her wits about her. But I would not say a word ever about anything.
I think
under any circumstance.
Only other option is you just got to have an orgy. Just get everybody involved in everyone.
That too. That would work.
How did the boys pull themselves out of a gambling slump?
Usually. I'll just do what Hank does.
I was gonna say hit a money line underdog.
Yeah. Actually,
doesn't matter how many times it takes you to hit it.
Yeah,
once you hit a plus number, you're like, oh.
1-800-GAMBLER if you have a gambling problem. But to be totally honest, if you were in a gambling slump, taking a day or two off to clear your head will do wonders. Because essentially it's like you just got to stop the losing so that you don't push, you don't press, and you're not thinking like, oh, I got to win my next bet. You give yourself a day or two, a mental day, and then maybe dip your toe back in with one. Because then when you win one, you feel good about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Responsibly, of course.
Yeah. Well, that was the most responsible thing I've ever said in my life.
For real.
And I have a child.
Speaking of child, Big Cat, I need your help with this.
Uh-oh.
The other morning, I was waking my 8-year-old son up for school. My back is turned to the door, and I'm talking to my kid. I bend over to pick something up. My back is turned away. And then, out of nowhere, my husband comes in with a super Nerf gun fully loaded and shoots me right in the asshole. Point blank. FYI, the big Nerf bullets, not the little ones. I'm not joking. I get pissed and start screaming at him because he shot me, and he did it in front of our kid. Of course, my son starts laughing because he thinks it's awesome, and my husband can't stop laughing. My husband goes to work and tells all the guys, and he comes home saying that they all said you have to take the shot. We are still not in agreement with this. What are your thoughts? Do you take the shot? From a girl perspective, I just don't understand why. Please help.
You have to take the shot, but then you have to get him back. Like, you have to buy the biggest Nerf gun you can find, like one of those automatic ones that shoots like 50 Nerf bullets in 5 seconds, and just unload on him, like in the shower or when he's in a compromised position, maybe when he's sleeping on the couch watching like golf. You need to get him back and have your son watch.
And have it be recorded.
Yes.
And then, this is very important, you got him right in the nuts.
Yes.
Not in the asshole. The nut shot will be way funnier. It'll hurt him more, and he won't have a leg to stand on when it comes to complaining about it.
One of the greatest skills you can grow or have in life, and I still struggle with it, I think everyone struggles with it, is to have the presence of mind when like a prank goes against you, to be like, act cool, because now I have carte blanche to get revenge. If you freak out, then everyone's like, oh, you made too big of a deal of it. If you can figure out a way in the moment, it's very hard to do, but when you can be like, all right, cool, you just fucking blasted me in my ass at 7 a.m. in front of our son, now it's on, motherfucker. Because then if you act cool and then you respond in kind and he doesn't act cool, you're the cool parent forever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bubba, you're so mysterious. What do you do all show? And what do you like to do in your free time besides order a ton of food and pass out before it gets there and sleep through your alarms? Hashtag get Bubba a mic.
A lot of MapQuest, right?
I do have a microphone when people say that. I cut cameras live during the show, and don't really feel like I need to talk during it most of the time, so I don't.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a camera on you right now?
No, there's not a camera.
There's
on
no
me.
camera. All right.
Hashtag get Bubba a cam.
And every 6 months gets like way too lit.
Bubba, go to Hank
No,
right now.
that's actually not true. I did when I was like 22.
True.
Like,
when I found you in the
you also
sauna,
forget about
when I
that.
found you in the sauna after the Super Bowl, that was a bad one.
All right.
Bubba, I want to test your reflexes. You
I
ready
was
for this?
21 years old.
Sleeping in the
I was
sauna.
21 years old
Yes,
then.
that's true.
Okay.
Sauna wasn't on because I think it had a timer, so it was on for the first 2 hours you were asleep.
Bubba, reflex time. All right? Go to Hank. Big Cat.
Yeah, I mean, this
Hank.
is Bubba is
Me.
an integral part
Hank.
of the show.
All right, I want to see what your reaction time was like.
He puts up the YouTube. He does the clips. He's an integral part of
We have
the
a
show.
YouTube channel?
We have a YouTube channel.
You should subscribe to it.
Yeah, it's only got like 225,000 followers that we just haven't talked about, but let's talk about it. YouTube. We're going to start doing more stuff on YouTube.
Yep.
But yeah, Bubba does all that stuff. So he is he's definitely more important than some people who can't be named that aren't here this month. But he is a very integral part of our entire operation. And he fell asleep in a sauna once after the Super Bowl, but that's not a big deal.
We're coming very close to saying the B word over the course of this episode.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, Big Cat, PFT, Jake, almost said it, Liam, and Liam. It's Marcelo. Would you consider doing another 24-hour stream for a Grit Week in the future?
Yes.
So many great moments from the last one.
Yeah, but we'd have to do it differently. I'd only limit myself to like 21 beers instead of 24.
I would actually love to do it again. I think it was fun. I mean, it was obviously a lot, but maybe we could do it. It would be nice if we could do it with sports on.
Yeah, I was going to say because when
we
we
get
did it last year,
500,000 subscribers by tomorrow, we'll do it.
No,
tonight.
let's give actually let's give a real number. So are we at what? We're at 220
If we get 500,000 subscribers by tomorrow, we'll do it tonight.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's
when you
fine.
listen, when you're listening.
Yeah.
When you hear
let's
this
give a real
tonight.
let's do a real one. So what are we at for real? We're at
2 something?
227
Sure.
so let's get up to
227.
Let's get up to 500,000.
By tonight.
If we get up to I think if we get up to 500,000 subscribers by the time the NFL season kicks off, we will do a 24-hour grit stream during the NFL season. That seems fair.
Maybe let's do it. Let's do it like August 15th. We'll do it before the NFL season. We don't want to do it during NFL season.
When would we do it? We do it like Sunday morning through Monday, or
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know
we,
the timing.
we do it at the end of
There's no
summer,
great
and
timing
then
to
we
do it.
start the season. NFL season's crazy.
All right, so August 15th.
And then we'll do it to end the summer and kick off NFL season.
Got it. Okay.
We'll do it for like a...
No, we'll do it for the
week
first.
4 of
No, we'll
the
do it for the
preseason.
first NFL game
On
the
Thursday
night.
Yeah, all right.
We'll do it starting like Wednesday night, and we'll stay up all night, and then we'll watch the NFL game. Okay. Yeah. All right. So August 15th, we need 500,000. I don't think we'll get there.
No.
I'm just gonna say it. Like I'll straight up say it. You guys aren't gonna do it.
It's free to subscribe, but people
It's
won't do
free
it.
all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. But we will do a stream, and
You don't even have to turn on alerts.
I'll throw this in there. We will fly chilling with Chels to come to our studio and paint a shitload of stuff during the stream as well.
All right, bonk. All
Which
right.
would be fucking awesome for a lot of reasons.
Last one. Hey, Hank.
What was the other reason?
PFT,
No,
Cat, and
none.
Sweet Jake.
I don't get it.
When do you guys
He balked
plan
me.
on covering the Division III NCAA Swimming Championship? More specifically, when do you plan to cover the ODAC conference? I'd be happy to come on the show and explain the dynamics of the conference.
Sounds like you get in the water and then you go fast, and then the winner wins.
We-
So
really-
when do you plan on covering the NCAA Division III Swimming Championship?
Never.
Is the question.
We really need a new rival because handball is a bunch of fucking lamos. And they're
Handball's-
just
handball's thirsty.
We made them relent though. Like they didn't even do anything. So I'll just say it. Swimming's not a real sport.
Handball is it's
Olympics
not.
coming up. We can get that going.
Swimming is not a real
This is a
sport.
good.
It's
This is a
one
good time for
sport.
that.
It's a really good hobby. That if you do it really fast, like that's. I'm not saying Michael Phelps isn't impressive. I'm saying swimming's not a sport.
I don't
Swimming
think,
was
I don't
impressive
even
when
think
the
that it's a
Olympics were
hobby.
invented in like the 00s.
I don't
You just
think
swim from sharks.
It's not
Right,
even a
when you were,
hobby.
like-
It's just a means of staying alive.
Right.
That you can be more efficient at. Like
Right.
it's just a really good swimmer. All they do is just not drown for a prolonged period of time.
Correct. So not a sport. Maybe add sharks, and we'll be cool with that.
I was
calling it a
I was
sport.
actually saying that they should dye the pool different colors.
That would be cool too.
They'd like have a color rush pool, like a bright orange, neon pink pool. Would be sick.
I'd be down for that. But yeah, as of right now,
There should be a red zone in the pool where you can tell where you're getting close.
swimming not a sport. And I know what the response would be like, you guys couldn't even swim the fucking Jaguars pool. Yeah, I could. And two, I'm not saying that like I can do it. I'm just saying not a sport.
I'm just saying it's kind of fraudulent when you say like the best Olympian of all time is Michael Phelps.
Right. That dude hits the bong on the reg.
He just does laps in pools.
Uh-huh.
Like that's what my grandmother used to do to stay in shape.
Right.
He just jazzercises for an extended period of time.
Yeah. When you go like on a vacation, you swim.
Exactly. That's what I do as a relaxing activity. That's what I do to get less sore from playing real sports.
Yes. Yeah, when I'm on my off day,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I need a low impact exercise. This is
Right. No, you're right.
just
No, you're right. You're right.
So
It's easy on the
wild.
joints after doing heavy lifting and Olympic lifting.
I don't have on days, and I just said I swim on my off days.
No, you're right.
I've got the rankings for the D3 women's and men's swimming.
We
All
don't-
right, give it to
don't
us
care.
real
No.
quick. Let me guess.
We don't know.
Let me guess.
Men's or women's?
Men's.
Wheaton.
All right, men's. The number one team out of the Central region is Denison.
Fake school.
Overrated.
The West, Midwest, South region, all one, is Emory.
They
in
use
Atlanta.
steroids.
Okay.
The number one seed in the Northeast North is MIT.
Okay.
And then-
Nerds.
How are you going to lose to MIT?
And then
Seriously?
the number
In a
one seed in the Northeast South region is Carnegie Mellon. Isn't that in the city?
That's
Yeah, of course.
no wait. Isn't that Pittsburgh?
I think it's a- I think it's a
Mellon,
bar.
Pittsburgh
I think it's just a
Pittsburgh.
bar.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. I got
Yeah.
it mixed up with Carnegie
Way to
Mellon.
go.
How do you know
R.I.P.
that? All right, 41.
I don't know why I know that. Why do I know that?
That's pretty sick.
What is Carnegie Mellon?
Carnegie,
do?
well, because Carnegie was the steel guy.
That's right. That's why.
So it's like Vanderbilt, Railroads, Tennessee,
18.
Carnegie, Steel, Pittsburgh.
Rockefeller, Gates,
8,
divorces.
66.
99. 71. 71.
Give an animal fact check.
The orangutan is the only ape that inhabits Asia.
Love you guys.
Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shining away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love of day. Shining away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love of day. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. Needless to say, I'm upset, but I'll be stolen away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me, oh, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Say after me, oh, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. All things that you say, yeah, is it delightful just to play my worries away? You're all things I've got to remember. You shine away. Oh, I'll be coming